Hey guys, oh my goodness, we're live.
Hey everyone, welcome to our Sunday live stream here on Uniquely Us. Hopefully to share some unique stories with you guys that you will enjoy and that maybe you'll get a little bit of laughter out of it.
It's funny now, after the fact. I shaved our dog. I did not shave an initial into her, but she looks pretty now. Look, Jimmy. Say hi, everybody. Yes. So, Frank David, Jimmy's right here.
Why don't you go put her with Aubrey?
So our babysitter's gonna come get her.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining us tonight. I know we're always excited when you guys join us for a story time or time where we get to hang out. But before we get going, we will definitely want to say hello to the people that are currently in the chat right now that have said something. Of course, Remy Max. Hello, Remy. It's good to see you, my good friend. And we have Christy from Tactical Farmer here tonight. Hello, Christy. It's good to see you as well. And hello, Johnny. It's good to see you too. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being part of tonight's. We put her in there because she.
Oh my goodness.
No, I had to take this out here.
Okay.
Okay. As the kids go by, the
Whole thing shakes.
whole thing shakes. So try to walk a little
Softer.
softer.
I can weigh over 100 pounds.
All right, take your dog with you.
Okay.
Hello, Frank Holmes. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in tonight. Thank you.
And Remy Max wants to know, we do have daylight savings in Florida. I think,
Yes, we do.
doesn't the whole country have
Now,
it?
there's some Hawaii, Alaska, Arizona, I believe, do not. So,
Okay. Well, I think we voted to not do it, but we're still doing it. So
yeah, I don't know.
that kind of shows you your vote doesn't count on some things. And I'm going to get the kids if they keep walking past here like elephants.
They are seriously like elephants.
Yay.
So,
I'll climb over
Between the
couch.
kids and the animals.
and it's whenever we decide to sit down and do anything together, it's when it all happens. We could be doing it separately, it's fine, but as soon as we get together, everyone has to come and do something while we're doing something.
Right here.
Yeah.
Cats included.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you everyone for seeing through those first couple minutes of the stream, especially if you're watching that through the replay.
Yes.
Just trust
2
me.
minutes and 46 seconds. It does get better.
Yeah, it does get better. I go into those streams, some of those streams, and you'll get on there and they'll be talking for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes before they get to their first topic. And it's just like rambling. Let's not do that.
I went on like a somebody's stream and they were like, let's all get together and play a game. And it was like them talking to their friends. And I was thinking, just make this private because it's not really including anybody else. They're talking about like personal, you had to be there or something. And I was like,
You didn't feel very inclusive, did you?
feel very included. So I logged off. But anyways, and I don't do many of those things. So tonight we're talking about things that are funny now.
That we're not.
Not at all funny when they happened. We could have killed each other. So
Yeah, moments that were not funny but are now. That's the title.
Goodness.
And I'm sure you guys probably have some of those stories that maybe you share with maybe some friends or family or your spouse. And we're looking at the stories from our marriage, more that impact our marriage or it had taken place.
And we're still married.
We're still married after that.
We haven't killed each other yet.
And these are some of the moments that we will talk about from time to time. They'll pop back up and we'll laugh about it because they were funny. Now they're funny. But during the time we were going through, it wasn't very funny.
No.
It wasn't very funny. So I guess I'll lead off tonight with a story that wasn't so funny at the time. And now it's a big joke. And actually one of our cats are named after it.
Nice ride in the car today. Nope, still not funny. Yeah.
It was it a second or a first birthday?
I think it was the second birthday.
Okay, second birthday. So our middle child, his name's Aubrey.
Yes. Aubrey. Aubrey.
Yes, I know that.
Yes.
now.
He did not know that then.
Did not know that then. So I went to the bakery, and I don't even know if it was a Publix bakery. It might have
It
been.
was a Publix
Okay.
bakery.
And
And it was the Publix that you were the manager at bakery.
oh yes, okay. And I had asked for a cake to be rented on for our daughter because it was her
And it was
birthday.
like a themed, like expensive cake because they're like
Ow.
$30-$40 for like a quarter sheet cake. So yeah, it was an expensive special birthday cake.
And I gave them the incorrect spelling for her name. Yes.
For his daughter's name, for her second birthday.
Yeah.
Like the first birthday and the second birthday are really big birthdays. Like
But you know what? They don't remember. They don't remember that.
we remember it.
We remember it,
I'm
but
sure I have a picture somewhere. Oh, I wish I would have had that.
but it was I had them spell it Arby.
Like
A-R
Arby.
yeah.
Like we're pirates. We're gonna name our kid a pirate name.
A-R-B-Y.
No, it was AURBEY.
There you go.
And I was thinking, and I even asked you when I was yelling at you because I was pretty ticked off. Who spells their name or who names their kid Arby? Like Arby's the restaurant, like Arby. I said, didn't the lady like ask you? He was like, no. Well, they figured I knew how to spell my kid's name. Well, I guess not. So, anyways, that one wasn't quite as funny.
Yeah, it was. We still laugh. We named a cat after the
We
mistake
did.
now.
Yes, we have a cat named Arby.
Yeah.
Um,
He's a brat.
yeah.
And if we still, I think we told the story to Aubrey probably a little while ago. Not here in the last couple of years.
I don't know. Anyways, she thinks it's funny now.
Yeah.
but
No, Sharon did not think it was funny then. I remember it was a
you were laughing, I think, then, and that just made it worse. Like my upset level went through the roof when you started laughing about it. Foodies, facepalm moments, yes. Aww. Hi, Sandra. So the next story is probably I don't know if I'm going to be able to even tell it. It's probably one of my favorite stories since we've been up here because you were so mad. So mad. So I got it in my head that I needed to wash a big, huge rug.
Okay.
It was like...
okay. Let me just start this with the rug was not expensive at all. This rug was like $20. We've spent $20 on this
No,
rug.
I think it was like 40.
Okay, maybe it was 40, but okay, go ahead, continue. I just want to kind of throw the price out there, and then
I think we got it at the grocery store, right?
we did.
Okay, so our store in town, every once in a while they'll have like these special items or whatever, but I think it was $30 or $40. So no big deal. But it was like a big, huge area rug, and it was in Gabby's room. Well, she spilled something on it, and I thought, it's not gonna come out with one of those like
rug things
like where you put powder on it, and it's not going to do that because it was pretty thick.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like it was actually a really good quality rug, and I was upset because I was like, I don't think they have another one, and we spent $30-$40 on this, so I was going to clean that rug. Well, it wouldn't fit in my washer because it was an area rug. It was huge. So I got the great idea. I'll make a homemade washing machine in my bathtub. So I got not like, the normal. So I got normal dishwasher or normal
laundry soap.
That's like the slick laundry soap. So I got that, and I used a lot of it. And I had the shower head, and I was spraying it, and then like it was still kind of soapy. It wasn't bad. Yeah, so I scrubbed that sucker. I was so excited. I was like, man, this is going to be perfect. And it's going to smell so good in her room. And everything's going to be perfect. And so Frank had told me, just throw it away. We'll go get another one. Whatever. It's $30. Just throw it away, please, honey. And I was like, no, that's a lot of money. And so
she wanted, her idea was to go ahead and scrub it. And obviously we weren't going to be able to dry it inside. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to take it outside, and we have this like closed area where you could put clothes on it, but we don't ever use it for that.
It's like a big, huge square that has 4 prongs that Frank always hits his head on when he goes out there.
I do. Yeah. And so her idea was for me to take it out there. We're going to put it out there in the middle of the day so that way it would dry. Makes sense, right? Yeah, that's what we do. We would put something out there to
I
dry.
think it was a cloudy day too. It was like starting to get cloudy, so already he was like, "This is not going to work."
So she told me, she's like, okay, it's all ready. Let's go ahead and take it outside.
Well, you were still mad because I was doing it,
Yes.
and I was getting frustrated because I couldn't get all the soap out
But I was in there helping you with it without shoes on. I had bare feet on, remember?
because it was so big. So I was having him like hold it up.
And we had to get in the shower and kind of, maneuver it.
We were getting wet. Like he was getting more and more frustrated with me by the second. And so I was getting mad at him simply because he was getting frustrated with me. And I'm like, all I want to do is clean something. Like I'm not big enough. I'm about half his height. And so all I needed was like his tallness to hold the stupid rug. And I just wanted to spray it. Well, it's like going through the rug and at him. And anyways, he was just not a happy camper. So I got like everything out that I was gonna get out, and he's like, I'll take it outside. Well, it was like dripping.
But how are you going to stop it from dripping though?
Yeah, so there's no way to like so we were like trying to like rub it out because it was really thick. Anyways, he's like, well, I'll just go real quick.
Okay. So our room leads into our kitchen, which our kitchen is tile. So I still don't have shoes on. I still have my feet on because I was going to put my sandals on when I got to the door, and I was going to take it out the rest of the way. Well, I went out there, and my feet
you were trying to be really fast too.
Yeah.
You were like, okay, go.
Because I didn't want
it's dripping.
I didn't want it to drip all over the floor and make a big mess. Well, so I take the corner, and I my feet come out from under me. I fly up in the air, and I crash back down onto the kitchen. I mean, I shake the house. It's like an earthquake in Florida.
Shook the entire house.
My daughter Arby was sitting over at the dining room table doing some homework, and I don't know where my son was. I think he was over in the living room playing some video games, and they couldn't do anything but laugh at me because I had flew up, and they saw me in midair, and then they saw the crash, and I fell down and onto the tile on my leg, and man, that hurt.
His feet went up. It wasn't like a normal.
It was like that cartoon where a cartoon character hits a banana peel. It was like that. It was like that. If you could imagine, like Wile E. Coyote hitting the banana peel, that was me.
So I was like in the shower, and I was trying to do the soap suds down the drain, and I heard that, and I was like,
You didn't only hear it; you felt that.
The whole entire, you were 260 pounds, and the entire house shook. And I knew what had happened. I knew you were going to be so mad at me.
Remy Max says a 9.0. Yes, it was probably a 9.0 on the Richter scale.
And so I run out here, and I look at his face. He was like his nostrils were flaring. He was so mad at me. Of all things, I started laughing. Like I snickered a little bit. And then I go, it's okay, we'll just throw it away. He was like, no. He was so mad. He was like, there's no way we're throwing this thing away now. We are keeping this forever. It's going to go, like, it's going to be your inheritance. Like, we're so mad.
I had bodily injury invested into this carpet now, so it was a part of me at this point. I was so angry at Sharon, and this is the whole situation. I think I was more angry at the situation than Sharon, but she was part of the equation.
But the rug was still like, it was pretty heavy because it was so like saturated.
It was wet.
And so it's like on top of him, and his face, he was so mad, and it's dripping all over him, and everything was wet. And I think you kind of skid, like when you even got up, like it took a couple times.
So I got it out to the area out there. I threw it where to close, and my knee has swollen up. Remember, it swelled. We were going
like within 5 minutes.
We were going to go to a barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were going to our friend's barbecue.
To our friend's surprise birthday party. It was so funny.
And so we get there. I have to prop my leg up on a chair, and
we're like trying to be nice, and he's so mad. And I'm like, "It's okay, we'll throw it away, honey. It's not a big deal." He's like, "It is a big deal. Look at my knee. It's a huge deal." Anyway, so he was kind of a party pooper then.
Yeah, I was.
But,
I was a little bit of a party pooper.
Oh, I think we just took a bunch of Advil and we put
Yeah.
some ice on it at the house. That's
And
it.
there was no like permanent damage to it or anything like that. It was just your,
Well,
run
there
of the
might
mill.
be. We never.
Yeah, I don't ever go to the doctor, so who knows? It could, I'm kind of like tore cartilage in there or whatever, but whatever. I don't play sports.
Personal slip and slide. They said. I don't know, just the look on his face and like knowing that he had totally. And I was thinking, I really thought that you had broken a hip or something because you hit that so hard, like seriously shook the whole house. Like the windows, you could hear them rattling. And anyway,
Yeah, so that
oh
definitely
my goodness, we
was-
can laugh at it now. But
that definitely was not a moment where I was laughing at the time. But now we look back at it, we laugh at it, and my knee hurts.
laugh at you, my goodness. Okay, let's catch up on comments. Hi, Kellyanne. Oh,
This is-
Valerie, that's really sweet.
This is the thing here.
She says my hair is amazing and was shiny. Oh, you know what that shiny is
Grease.
grease. Yes. After about 12 hours, my hair is so gross. Oh, I don't know how to hide. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
You only did it right if all happened in slow motion.
I'm sure it did happen in slow motion for the people that were watching, like off RB.
Oh my goodness. It was just such a bad fall. And one of these days, remember you fell in the shower once?
I did fall in the shower once. I do remember that.
We were young and
Yeah.
we weren't doing anything crazy. Like we weren't being,
We weren't even showered together.
were we not?
Or-
No, we weren't. No, we weren't because,
Yeah, you were. You were on the outside. That's right.
and and I thought that you had died then, but we actually had a shower curtain up then and we were in our 20s.
Yeah.
Like we were pretty young.
Yeah. I think we were in one
And-
child still, right? Or do we have our second?
Probably. I don't remember where exactly we were, but you had the shower
Oh.
curtain somehow tangled up all around you.
We had two. We were at that one house in Summerfield.
Okay.
Yeah,
He had the whole shower curtain tangled up around him.
Because
and
when I fell, I had it wrapped around me at that point.
pulled the whole thing down. You would have thought somebody was.
Yeah, I don't know. I must have hit a soapy sud or something inside the bathtub, but man, I came up falling out of that
Oh
thing.
my goodness. Hi, Miss Mary. Hi, Sparky.
So
Our daughter likes to take baths in our we have a garden tub and she loves to take baths in them.
she's in there right now taking one.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she uses all that fancy Bath and Body Works, like soapy, whatever, smelly good.
Save waters, shower together. That's right.
That's right.
You know, the only reason we started showering together is that remember that apartment that we lived in?
We didn't have hot water.
we had about 2 minutes worth of hot water.
There was nothing romantic about showering together. In that. It was like survival. But they had the temperature set weird on that.
Yeah.
So anyways, Aubrey likes the soapy things and we've almost killed each other a couple times there. But yeah, we lived in some pretty interesting places. That was in Sebring.
Yeah, it was
And-
it used to be a motel.
It was not even a Motel 6. It was like a Motel 5.
It was like the motel
Oh,
that you would
man.
probably rented it and was all psycho there coming at the shower curtain. It would have been that type. But they were nice apartments, so they did a good job.
Like renovating it
Yeah.
and everything. And I think we paid like $400.
We
Like,
weren't there
it
very
was
long though. We were there only for a few
4
months. Yeah. It wasn't because of
And-
that. It was just other stuff in that area that we had moved to.
Yeah.
We thought we were ready for less city living at the time.
we weren't.
We were not.
Sebring is not anything less city.
Well, it's actually probably about the same as Lake City now.
Yeah.
They're about the comparable.
Maybe. Sebring has a bigger mall. But anyways, yeah, we didn't have our own washer and dryer. And then somebody always, like, I swear on purpose, left like thongs and stuff in the dryer. And I was like, picking them up, Pinky. And I was folding other people's clothes because you can't just let them like sit there. But anyways, I lived on a street in Oklahoma called Murder One. Aircraft, you're the only person I know that would move to a street called Murder One.
So
Oh,
another story
goodness.
that we have here is
Um,
a couple years ago, we decided to go ahead and dabble in getting some cattle.
Cows, yes.
Yeah, we wanted a couple cows because we like the idea of having our own steak.
Yes.
So that was our.
We did that. Dad made it seem. I mean, my dad's a dairy farmer, so it should be in my genes, right? Like I should know how to do this naturally. I've been around it. I used to mow the. We used to go up in the little silos for the feed, and they get on top of it and tan. Like we fried on the top of that. We're gonna have skin cancer one day. But yeah, that's how I grew up. So you would think that I would like, I don't know, sweat knowledge of cows. Oh my goodness, no.
So we got these 2 cows from our from your dad's cousin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, from your dad's cousin. They were twin cows. They were twin girls.
They were twins, and we got them pretty cheap because twins usually don't reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
So they were twins, and they were evil little sneaky twins.
They connived a lot.
They were, and cows are very smart.
Yes.
But they're also very dumb. Smart and dumb at the same time.
They're clever.
Oh my goodness.
They're clever. They're clever. So we had these cows, Tallulah and Henrietta, and we loved. I actually liked them. I enjoyed them.
We did.
They got to the point where we would pull into the driveway and they would see us and they would come galloping in from the field, mooing, lowing that, hey, you're home. And it didn't matter what time of day we pulled in. We could have pulled in 10 minutes later if we left and it would came back again. Hey, time to feed again.
Yeah.
They were conditioned for us to feed them after we got out of the car. Yeah. But here comes our jet.
Comes the washer.
Ha! Now it's in this stream. Ha!
He gets really mad when I do laundry while he does his streams because I don't know if you guys can hear it.
They can. They can hear it.
They can hear it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
They can hear it.
We're trying to put a dent in the laundry. It's taken us like 2 weeks to do the laundry that I posted about a week ago. So,
Sparky said cows are always plotting.
Oh, they're so bad.
They're so bad. So I wasn't here. I would.
Getting ready for the cows is how we did the fire. Yeah. We started a fire.
Is that part of it?
But
yeah.
I think we already told them about the fire.
We did tell them about the fire.
We started a huge brush fire. Had the sheriff.
Yeah.
We were like city folk trying to be country folk and just totally failing at everything. So. Yeah,
that wasn't funny at the moment, but
it was
now.
Not funny, and I still have nightmares. Like, I still do. It still like makes my heart beat, even though I know everything was okay. But, whew. Anyways,
so we had to get ready for the cows. So we clear out some land, and we had the fire, and that helped clear some land out. And
the sheriff looked at us and was like, "That'll probably make your grass grow a little better, anyways." And we're like,
"Which it did. That whole area was nice and green.
It's really good. He was very right."
So
oh
we went and got the cows. Our friend brought them in. Our cousin brought them in, and and he's a big guy. He works with cows, so he just manhandles these calves like no big deal.
Yeah, you have to like get the legs just so, and you just pick them up and put them down.
Right. And so those cows.
The very next day, because your dad was here, I think. Your dad and Cindy were here, and they spent the night.
But I had to work that next morning. Yeah. So I was still working at Publix, and I was going in at like early in the morning, like at 4 a.m., something like that. And I would be gone most of the morning until the early afternoon.
So we all wake up.
Yep. All right, you tell from your perspective. I wasn't here at that point.
You weren't here. We all wake up and we go out to see our beautiful little calves that we've just bought, and they were pretty tiny. The calves are missing. Like, where did there's not many places for cows to go, and they were we have 5 acres, and they were way out in the backfield, and we didn't even know if that fence was
stable,
intact.
Intact.
I don't know. It was crazy. That's what the sheriff told us. You ought to better work on your fences instead of worrying about them cactuses. And we were like, how true? Like, he's only known us for 30 seconds when we set our field on fire, and he knows exactly the issues that we're going to have with our cows. And so Frank's dad.
So, skinny and short, we were not prepared for cows.
Oh my goodness. We were so dumb. And like his dad, I called Frank. I'm like, the cows are gone. I don't know. So he's rushing home from Publix. And we live 45 minutes away from anywhere.
Yeah.
So he's rushing home, takes him 45 minutes. So my dad, I called called him, I think.
Yeah.
So he comes. Frank's dad is hitting the cows like a cattle prod or something. Well, those are our babies. Like, we just spent money on these cows, and they are our babies. And so Frank finally came, and he was just getting upset that his dad's hitting his poor baby. And it was just a mess. They didn't want to come. So that should have told us. Oh, hello.
Hello, Pumpkin.
That should have told us,
Not Pumpkin.
everything that we needed to know about that we were idiots and should not have had these cows. We should have given them back right then and there, but we didn't.
We kept them, and they kept getting out every time. I would go out there, and I would go out there sometimes to repair a piece of a fence where they've gone through it or whatever, and they would sit there and watch me as I'm putting in the barbed wire back in with the hammer. They're just sitting there watching me. They're like, okay, this is where we're gonna go through. And
they'd be moving.
We would come home random times, like at the night. The cows would be in the yard, mooing at us.
Walk up to the car.
They walked up to the car. I'm like, what are you doing? So here we are. At one time, they were down the road. They went down the road from where we live.
Our neighbors must think we're absolutely crazy. Like, we know some of our neighbors.
Now we do.
Well, the cows, how we met them.
Yeah.
The cows got in their yard, and I hear guns going off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. I hear the gun, and I'm chucking it in the. I think I was probably in my underwear. I heard the cows mooing, and I was sleeping. I was a night shift nurse. And I chucked it out the door in my underwear with the t-shirt on. So I had to run back inside. I'm glad I didn't go over there because I probably would have. I was so terrified. Didn't know where the cows were and hearing gunshots. And her dogs, she was shooting her dogs instead of the cows. She had a BB gun. And she was trying to get her dogs off of our cows. And I'm like, no, just shoot the cows. It's fine. She's so sweet.
Was that the time when the dogs bit the part of the leg of the cow?
Yeah. And they were I wasn't mad or anything.
Yeah, no, I mean,
she could have shot the cows and I wouldn't have cared. So, I mean, it's our fault.
Yeah.
So
we learned how to take care of a wound on a cow.
Oh my goodness. We had to pack it with salt.
Yeah.
And it was just a mess. It was disgusting. And then that cow was terrified of anybody coming near her.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because we were having to pack her wound with salt and you had to tie her up.
Every time she saw us get in there, she knew we were going to be doing something to her. She didn't appreciate that from us.
Yeah. So the crazy thing, and it's everybody around here is a farmer, so it's second nature to everybody. And so here we are. So the cows get out, and it's just me and I think Gabby home. And so we are having to go find them. We couldn't find them anywhere. Drove all the way around the neighborhood, and they have a chicken farm across the road. And who owns it is the what does she teach?
Oh, biology.
And she does all the 4-H stuff. Yeah. So these teenagers would have been much better handlers of cows. So I think it's their farm, and they have people that live right there. So they probably called them. And so we get a call, hey, are you missing some cows? And we're like, yes. She's like, they're at the chicken farm. Here, I'll come help. So I grabbed the dog leash. It's one of those retractable, where you push the button and it stops and then it'll go. I grabbed the dog leash and I go out with the car, and I've got Gabby, who was probably 15.
15, yeah. She had probably about 14 or 15 years old.
Oh my goodness. So we always have to grab the sweet feed. So they it's like horse food. It's the really sweet molasses feed that they love. So we've got a bucket, and we went and we got them, and we've got the
because the cows would follow each other.
Yeah, if you could get one, you could get both of them because they would totally. So we've got this dog leash that is here. I'll go get it and I'll show you how ridiculous it looks.
It was ridiculous. So having this dog leash is, we take our the dog you just saw earlier. That's what we used to take her out with.
This. It's not even a collar. It's literally just do this. So we rope this around the cow's neck, and I'm like trying to pull the cow. The cow is not having it. So we're in the road because I'm like, Gabby, don't let any cars go through. We live on a dirt road. So if the cars come and they slam on their brakes, they are going to go right into us. We're going to get sued. And like, this is all in my nightmares, by the way. Still, I will never own another cow. And so we've got, I'm like trying to trot. So Gabby's doing the bucket and the cows are trying to eat as we're walking them back here. And I've got a stupid dog collar around the cow trying to pull it. The teacher comes up and she's one of those people that has got her life together. Like those women, I am not one of those women at all. Like I am just barely surviving. I can't even barely match my own socks. So I don't know how our children have survived. I have no clue. So she has this like beautiful Suburban. She's got perfect clothes on, and she comes up behind us, behind the cows, and she stays a ways back, and she goes, "Do you need some help?" And I'm like, "Yes, please. I could really use some help as I'm trying to pull my car." It was just a mess, and like the car was like just sitting there in
running.
The field,
I think
running, and like somebody, I don't know. Frank he finally had to stop leaving work.
Yeah, because I would get a call every couple days, and the cows are out.
The cows are out.
Yeah, I'm like,
deal with it.
I'm looking at my manager. I gotta go. The cows are out again.
What an excuse. Anyways.
Yeah, so those cows. I remember one night, those things. One night it was me and just the girls and Frank David. We came home from church one night. It was like 8:00 at night. It was a Wednesday night. She was working. She was already at work, and I pull up, and the cows are out. I'm like, great. It's just me and the kids. If we're going to try to be able to get these,
I don't know what I do. Like.
And so we're trying to figure out where they got out of, because if we put them back in, we need to know if there's a area where they.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like they will only go to where they got out of.
Yeah.
Like if they know, they won't go in the gate.
No.
They will only chuck it to where they know. So like they're very smart in that. They'll go jump the fence back over.
Yeah.
And you're like, really? Oh.
And so we were able to get one cow into our chicken pen area. We got one cow in there, and then I don't know how we were able.
Not the cow pasture.
I don't know how we were able to get the other cow over there. And so we were like, all right, they're inside the pen. One's in one pen, the other's in the other pen. Fine, just lock it up. We're good for the night. I don't know how the other cow, but when we went after the next morning, she was already in with the other cow. So I was like, I guess he jumped the thing. I don't know. I didn't know they had that.
They were like magicians. They were such bad cows.
Oh, remember, they found that way to get into that way back field that we had that was fenced off too.
Yeah, they were crazy. And one morning, like we had like 4 dogs in the pen, chasing them, and we were thinking, there's no way, like, because once dogs find those animals that are like, once they find them, they will never stop going. So we had to go and call one of the guys at church and be like, can we put our cows in
because he's
your pasture?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a dairy farmer. So they had metal bars on all sides until they were killed, and we actually killed them early.
Yeah, we did.
So we
they were butchered earlier than
6 months early.
Yeah, and which was sad because I actually had to go do this, and I spent a lot of time with the cows.
A lot more than me.
Yeah, more than Sharon did. I spent a lot.
And they like licked us, and we fed them kale that we grew.
Yeah, I love their little tuft of hair they always had on the top of their head.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I would, I made friends with them, I guess. But I knew eventually I was going to have to eat them. But at the time, I had a bond with a couple or both of them, and it was me and the girls and our cousin. We were going to go take him to the butcher, and I remember getting him out to the butcher's place. While getting them loaded up. Oh no, that was when we moved him. When we loaded up, they broke all that stuff.
They broke all the fences on one side. And then, like, we were, like, going to go the other way, and they jumped back over, like, I'm telling you, they're wicked cows.
And so we take them over to the butcher's place, and, we unload them, corral them, and the butchers, they're like, do you want to stay and watch as we do this? I'm like, no, our dairy farmer cousin did, though.
Did he really?
Yeah, they stayed.
It was him and his wife,
Yeah,
right?
him and his wife, yeah.
Okay.
And
but he does it himself
yeah.
too. Like
right. So It's not weird. It's
I think he was just like looking out for us, like
Yeah.
making sure that
they were going to do it right and not, I guess, cheat us or whatever. But anyway, they're like, "Do you want to stay and watch?" I was like, "No, I'm good. I want to go ahead and get home." And as I'm walking out there, he's like, "Don't worry, these are friendly cows." I was like, it broke my heart. I was like, "Of course they're friendly cows. They're my cows.
they're my friends.
They're my friends."
Oh my goodness.
So but they tasted good.
We
still have.
eat them.
Yeah, we still have
Yeah.
we still have some Henrietta and Tallulah steaks inside our deep freeze still.
The
so
kids, they didn't want to eat them at first.
Gabby was the biggest proponent.
Yeah,
Of not wanting to eat 'em.
We cooked steak like the next day or that night or something, and we had to actually buy a new freezer because there was so much meat.
Our middle child was prepared to eat them. Remember, she wanted to go to the store and get A1 sauce.
Yeah,
What about
Yeah.
me?
Frank David was
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah.
But Gabby was like, "I used to play with them,
Yeah.
and I'm not eating them," until she actually took a bite because we didn't tell her. it
We
was
didn't tell.
them.
Yeah, we didn't tell her it was them, and then she found out later it was them that she ate. So
Yeah.
she was good after that.
Yes, we named our cows Tallulah after Tallulah Falls in
Yep.
Georgia, and Henrietta because my mom used to call me Henrietta Goof and Slipper, so that was my nickname as a child. So yes, wouldn't want to be if that's what you do to friends. Yeah, just butcher them.
Just butcher them. Yeah, make you a steak.
Oh, he hates Dave. You hate cattle too. I like them on my plate. I agree with you, Dave.
I like them. I enjoyed having them, even though they caused me a bunch of headaches.
You know what I was thinking of?
You used to have nightmares about
I
them.
used to have nightmares because I was always the one home during the day when Frank wasn't here, and it was always me home alone when the cows got out. And usually it was just me by myself because the kids were at school, so I had to deal with
We had a pastor friend that would tell us they'll come home at night.
yeah. And I was like, after somebody says, and I'm just afraid, like, so if somebody comes down our dirt road, if you slam on your brakes on a dirt road, you are not stopping. Like you will skid straight into the trees. And I thought if somebody hits our cows and like it's like a known issue, which all of our neighbors knew that our cows were always out, then they'll sue you. And I was like, we're gonna get sued. All of this beef is not worth it if we get sued. So I slept so much nicer when they went to our friend from Churches.
Yeah, they were there for a month, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, it was awful.
Go ahead,
Let's
catch up on your
see.
comments.
Friendly cows. Our friends in our first church had a cow named Moo. They tell you were eating moo. Our pastor would, and the kids, like when our pastor moved up here, they wanted to show their kids like country life. So they introduced us to chickens. They had cows. And so they, like the kids knew these are like, they even have rabbits that they were going to eat.
Yeah,
So like the kids were like, we can't wait to eat them as they're petting them and everything. So, and we were just mortified. Like we never thought we would do anything like that. But yeah, so they had like the cow's name written on the beef in their freezer. So it was good. They were really.
You catch up on your comments? No, he's too crazy.
Scott would say, "What size shoe do you wear? Then feed them to the pigs." Hold on, I missed something.
About enemies.
Oh, Frank David.
He scratched me.
Cows, not clouds.
Wicked bad cows. They were. They were.
Really, truly. The cows are out. Tactical farmers laughing. I called my cousin the first couple times. I was like, I need you because he lives, or his farm was like half a mile up the road.
Yeah.
So I called him and he would come. And when my neighbor, when the cows got into the neighbors and she's got her shotgun or BB gun, but it was like pretty big and we weren't used to guns at the time at all. But she called her husband and he came flying and he's got like one of those
utility trucks.
and he was flying. And because he thought that something had happened, because the kids called him, I think, and they were screaming, "Mom's outside!" And so he thought like his wife was dead. And him and my cousin show up, and they're just laughing. And my cousin's like trotting through the woods with them, and I'm ready to die. And oh, it was awful. That always happened when Frank was gone. So, anyways, I think I'm caught up on all the.
All right.
I feel like we're kind of boring now.
We're boring.
A little bit.
Yeah.
All the funniness. I think the best thing was the rug. Frank busting his bottom on the rug. Some of the best meat I've ever hunted is wild. See, you're better at that. Is wild hog down in Texas. The hog problem is so bad. Oh, wow. You just have to ship it home. You can always ship us some hogs. Actually, Tactical Farmer.
Yeah.
We could get all the pig we needed, actually.
Hello, not my potatoes. Good to see you.
Hi.
So I think that's all we have for tonight, right?
I think that's it. Do you guys have any questions about some of our adventures?
Yeah, we'll go for another 4 minutes or so. We'll go to the 45-minute mark. So if you guys have any questions or anything you guys want to ask, feel free to. Then we'll see what we have. And then we're going to go live again on Wednesday.
Yes. We have no clue what we're going to talk about on Wednesday. I kind of have a clue, but I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We're having revival all this week at our church. So we're excited about that. And
we got a couple here. Here, you don't have to lean in. There.
Oh. Well, I can't barely see. I'm getting old.
You can't even see there?
I can't see in the dark.
Can you see this?
Lights. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Are you still farming?
Yeah, we're raising chickens.
Yeah, we're doing the chicken thing.
Yeah.
And for about a month, Christy from Tactical Farmer just gave me a bunch of seeds. And I have everything in the back of Frank's car.
Yes.
Every time he opens the trunk, he gets really mad at me again. Honey, you haven't done this yet? I'm sorry, I've been working, and I actually have 5 days off, and I'm so excited. So tonight's day 2. And so I really need to do it. I might just be lazy and not do it, but I have seedlings that I need to be planting. Let's see. Any more cattle? Absolutely not. No.
Not one?
No. Actually, my brother wants to
go in.
Split a cow with us. And I don't mind buying a cow just to go butcher, but I am not raising a cow. Goodness. They were pretty cheap. So we got
the feed is what costs the money.
Yep, feed. Are just warming up here in Canada. Aw, some of our family is fixing to move to Canada.
Yeah. Did you anchor the chicken coop? No, because I move it around the field that we have.
We're trying to. I wanted to get that rototiller, but if the chickens will do it, then I'm not gonna.
And they're doing a pretty good job. Every day I move it. The size of it over one, and they clear out a whole nother patch of land. So they'll have that cleared out by the end of the month, the way they're going. So yeah, I haven't anchored it down because of that.
What do I think about mask mandates?
He's asking you, not me. He knows where I stand on it.
I know you know where Frank stands on. I don't mind wearing a mask, honestly. I think that we are over the COVID thing here in Florida. I mean, we don't have barely any patients, and we were filled to the brim with COVID 4 or 5 months ago. So I think we're kind of over our big thing here. I don't mind wearing a mask. I'd rather not, because I feel like that really, I think it's making me have sinus issues. Because I keep getting this awful cough and everything, but
then people think you got COVID because you're over there coughing.
Yeah. I try not to cough. Like if we're in a restaurant, I really try not to cough. But I don't mind.
Remy says, so it doesn't blow away. But actually, it has a pretty good amount of weight on that chicken coop.
It's a little top heavy, the chicken coop.
Yeah.
Hey, Aubrey.
Hello, Arby.
It's a little top heavy, but
So why did you ask your father to inspect the fence before the cows came? He said the fence was good, remember? He's like, yeah, it should be fine.
Oh man. My dad, I love my dad, and he's getting older, and he really in his head he's 30 and can do everything, and so he makes these huge plans to do it, and after 5 minutes he's just tuckered out. And so I don't know. What am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, it's just
he tries to do so much,
Yeah.
but he just,
he's physically unable to do that anymore.
he can barely walk.
Yeah.
So he's got knee issues.
So
So that's where I get it from.
let's see. If you don't mind, can we hear the story behind your nickname, Henrietta?
My mom. So we're Hungarian. My grandma was 100%, I think.
Oh, don't look at me. I don't know.
I think my grandma was 100% Hungarian. And so that's where I get my big nose from. But my mom calls it a honker. She used to. Anyway, so my mom's 50%, so I'm 25%. But I don't know what in the world. Like, we had weird names for everything. So, like, we were very, very crazy sheltered. So everything, like, my mom was amazing, at making my childhood magical. Like, everything was, she would wake me up with impersonating Yogi the Bear. My mom, hey, boo-boo, let's go get it. And, like, every day it was like, hey, it's time to get up, And so she hated when Gabby, we lived with my parents and for a little bit, and Gabby, I'd be like, get up, get out of bed. Come on. I told you to get up. And she would go in there and do like the picnic basket. And I'm like, but so everything was like, oh, special. So I was Henrietta Goof and Slipper. And I have no clue other than remembering that, or the peanut gallery. Like, my grandpa got me, we were pretty poor. And so when we got like a piece of clothes that was like from somebody special, like we wore that and nothing else. So I think I had a bathing suit that I wore all summer. Like, I don't know how my mom washed it ever, because I think I wore it every single day. It was a strawberry bathing suit with a little ruffle on it. So we were pretty poor. Yeah, I don't know. So we didn't have like things, but we had really cool, like, mom made everything special. So
let's see here. Oilers fan, Rick.
Wasn't the cow burned down? What?
Hold on. I'll try back. Unique. How bad is the pollen there? Is it raining yellow? It's raining yellow here lately. The pollen isn't too bad, I don't think.
Some people have said that it is. I don't know. I've never really had allergies. I might have allergies, but I don't recognize them. I don't have
allergies at all, so I can't attest to. But
maybe that's what this sinus junk is, because I don't know what it.
Hey,
feels
Aubrey,
like.
do you have a lot of pollen on your car? No. So not here, not particularly where we are.
Got the black car.
Yeah. Let's see here.
You said that.
Hungarian and Mexican couple, interesting combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, very. Was it the cow that burnt down Chicago named Henrietta?
Oh.
Let's see here. Got anything else? That's it. All right. That's about it.
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, we'll have another stream on Wednesday. And again, sorry for the political stream last night. That shouldn't happen again unless something happens again.
I think they're going after Frank now.
But I do appreciate everybody that came over here and continue to subscribe to this channel. Thank you I know the ones that follow me over on my main channel. I appreciate you guys coming over here and helping support this channel, because I have a lot of fun doing this channel. I enjoy doing the story times and sharing the other side of the stuff that you guys don't get to see. And I enjoy, sharing, parts of our lives with you guys, because I think it's fun.
I have about 5 videos to cut up and oh, Chimmy, stop. I have about 5 videos to cut up and post.
Yeah.
So, Anybody want a dog?
Yeah, you can have this one.
That's outside one.
I don't know how to
I will
groom her, but
I will ship her to you.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, everybody have a great night, and we'll see you guys back on Wednesday over here on Uniquely Us.
Yes.
So-
Thank you, Aircraft.
Thank you, guys. Everyone have a great one. Bye, guys.
Bye.